Hi everyone, it's Tyler from Laminart Industries. We have a new video today on our retouching services, and we're going to show you some examples and some of the things we do when you send in a file for retouching. So we have our first image here, which is probably a fairly typical representation of something we might get in, and this is the unedited version, just right out of the camera. And when we apply our edits, we have this. So as you can see, we definitely blended out the skin and did some toning, but let's zoom into the face here because there was quite a few things on this first image that we can go over. So on the face here, as you can see, the skin tone is nice and smooth and even. On the before here, as you can see, there's quite a bit of discoloration, quite a bit of pimples, blemishes. There's a cold sore near the lip. There's a piercing hole near the bottom lip. There's a mole. There's quite a few things going on there. Nothing too extreme, but definitely something that we want to blend out. So on the after image here, we went in, evened out all the colors in the skin tone. We did a little bit with the bags and the darkness around the eyes. We went in and cleaned up the mouth and the lips and the discolorations and the pimple and the mole and did all that. So just do a quick before and after again. And if we zoom out, the next thing we did on this particular image was on the hands. The veins were quite pronounced, so we didn't get rid of the veins because hands do have veins, but we definitely minimized them because they felt a little distracting. Another thing that we do, we'll just go to the bottom here and zoom in, is right here at the bottom the model just had a scar, so that was one of the things that was asked to be removed. Some people have a thing or two that they're self-conscious about, and scars can definitely be one of those. So at the request, we can definitely get rid of any moles, blemishes, scars. So let's move on to our next image here. Again, this is probably something fairly typical of what we might get in, and on the first one we had a lot of blemishes to remove, things like that, but on this one it was mostly just toning. So we just went in and gave the skin tone a little more life, got rid of a lot of that mid-tone gray that you see in the image, and didn't need too much, but we definitely do the toning aspect when we are retouching, so that's a good example of that one. For the next one here, we have, again, a few things that were on the face on this image. So this is the before, and it had, a pimple there on the forehead, mole right there near the nasolabial fold, a few little things here, blemishes there. So let's go to the retouched image. And again, we just cleaned it up. There wasn't too many things, just, the normal stuff that everyone has on their face. We did a little bit of toning on the hair. It looked a little flat tonally, so we went in and just punched that up, added a little saturation and some dodging and burning. Another thing we do is the eyes. So on this one we did the pupils and the irises and just cleaned those up, gave it that nice piercing look that you have on a photo, which is nice, especially one where the model is looking right at the camera. It has that nice pop. It makes the eye contact with the viewer, and that's the first thing typically that you see when you have a photo. So we definitely want to do that. We did a little bit of a lip tint, and we do it upon request, and in this image it was requested at the chin. They just wanted it brought in just a little bit, so we did that a bit. Nothing too extreme, but we definitely can accommodate tweaks upon request. Usually we keep everything, whether it's the body or the face, we try and keep it natural, but if someone wants a bit of a tweak or the client requests a bit of a tweak, then that is something we can also accommodate. Moving on to the next image is just an image of my face here. So I tried to find the absolute worst possible lighting that I could find. It looks like it was photographed maybe in a hospital or something like that, but then when we apply the edits, as you can see there. So this is just a portrait example one where we again did the eyes, did the pupils, did the irises, blend out the skin tone, This one particularly had a really gray, almost bluish tone to it, so we went in, added that, and I did a little bit of a lip tint there, and I think it looks pretty good. It's not really a lip coloring, more of a tint, but it definitely looks like I have a glossy lip gloss on, so, but I like it. It looked good. And going to our last demo sample here. So this one is, we do a little bit of retouching on the backgrounds as well. So this one, the model is just on the floor, and as you can see in the top left, there's a little bit there, there's a mark there. So on the after, we just went in and we just get rid of all that. Same thing on this one, toned out the skin, did some blends, we did a little bit on the hair. And definitely this one benefited from some dodging, some burning, some curves, layers. Just gives it a lot more dramatic impact on that. So, and we'll just show you some scrolling clips at the end here. But for our retouching services, what we're really trying to do is save photographers some time. So if you're getting bogged down with your editing, if you're shooting in the day and trying to do your retouching at night and then waking up in the morning doing some retouching, going to a shoot, it can really be quite draining and really time consuming. And that's where we want to come in for any photographer, where if you're doing your own edits and you're keeping up, perfect. Keep it going. We're here if you need us. And if you already have an editor and they're working well and they're hitting it out of the park, then if it's not broke, don't fix it. Just keep going with that. But the niche market that we're really trying to help out is the photographers who are just bogged down with their time, spending so much time editing and not having enough time shooting, or not having enough time contacting new clients or servicing the clients they already have. So that's where we want to jump in, and I think we can really help out. So if you have any questions on our retouching services, you can always email us at info@laminartindustries.com. You can go to our website and check out all our videos on the retouching, and you can send us a sample image or two if you're thinking about using us. We can take a look at them, give you some recommendations, do up a sample image for you, which is nice of having a sample of your own images. We have these stock images here, which is a broad spectrum, but if it's your own image and we can do a sample or two to see the fit of your style and our style and how well we can match it, then we can definitely do that too. So with that, we're going to end the video, and I hope everyone enjoyed this one, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.